Alright, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So today is the 11th, Tuesday, February 11th, the weekend right after Super Bowl. And forgive me if if I stop to catch my breath. It's kind of hard to breathe right now. And I might start to lose my voice a little bit more than I am right now, but it just happens if I talk for too long. But anyways, like I was saying, it's the weekend after Super Bowl, the week after Super Bowl, Tuesday. And I just want to talk about something that happened this weekend. And I'm talking about it to not to put anybody down or to because this happened with a friend of mine this last Sunday, and it's more of a learning lesson for him or anybody else that comes around me, so it's not like to shame anybody. It's just more like, you know, like I said, a learning lesson for one of my homies that comes around. He's a good friend of mine. Anyways, so I had this little Super Bowl event here at my house. If you follow my Instagram page, you'll see that I roasted a pig, or I smoked a piglet um, on my smoker in my backyard. And it was a good time, man. We had quite a few people showed up. We had a lot of food. The pig killed great. Smoked it for like 12 hours. And, we had a good time. It was a good Super Bowl party. Uh, but I got a partner of mine, not just him. I got a couple of them, but this one happened this weekend. Uh, you know, to each their own. As far as if you're the kind of person that drinks to get drunk, that's on you. Me personally, I try to maintain myself. I don't like to feel and not know what I'm doing. Before I used to. Before I used to drink to get drunk. Now if I drink, it's rare for me to drink, but if I do, I drink just to get a slight buzz and then I'm done. I don't want to get all fucked up. My body really can't take it anyway. So I might have a couple beers, maybe a little small glass of whiskey. But I don't drink to get drunk because I don't like the feeling of not knowing what I'm doing. And so like I said, to each their own. But I got a friend, in my opinion, he drinks to get drunk, and we gotta sometimes gotta watch him, you know, uh, because he starts to get too close to people. Like for instance, a few months back, I had a friend over here with his wife, and that friend of mine. Let's just say he's somebody, and my homie that was here, he doesn't really know him, you know. My homie that likes to drink a lot, he doesn't really know the guy, and but as my homie starts getting drunk, he's more the kind of guy that would like to. He gets real close, stands too close, and I could see that my other homie was kind of like looking at him like he don't say nothing to him, but I know he's ready to say something to him. So I kind of tell our partner, hey, give him some space. Quit getting so close. He does. He's not doing it to be disrespectful. But like I said, when he starts to drink and he gets a little fucked up, you can tell because he gets really close. And it kind of makes other people feel uncomfortable. And I don't want my other homie to get like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with your boy right here? Why is he, or for him to tell him, hey, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you standing so close? So me or my other homie will tell him, hey, you know, give him some space, man. Because I don't like that either. If I don't know you and you're kind of getting fucked up and you're standing too close to me or you're nudging on me, I'm gonna tell you, hey, give me some fucking space, man. You don't gotta be so close to me and shit. It's not like I know you or friends or anything. So that happened that one day. And that was it. Nothing was said. He was just, hey, do some space. You know what I mean? But I also think with my partners, he doesn't think about what he says before he says it. And he gets fucked up and he starts saying shit that he shouldn't say. And so, like I said, we have people here. I have my neighbor over here, him and his son. My neighbor's son's like 14 years old. We call him Curly Sue. I don't know. I might have told you a story about Curly Sue, but if not, I'll give you a little quick rundown of Curly Sue. He's my neighbor's son. He's a young Chicano kid, but he's not a little gangster type kid. He's just, he's a square kid. Good kid, school kid, really tech savvy and shit. And but he comes over here with his dad all the time. They're my neighbors. Comes over here when I have something going on. They'll be over hanging out. I started calling him Curly Sue because he has a little afro. He's got like light hair, like almost blondish, brownish hair. He's got a little afro. So I started calling him Curly Sue a long time ago. But I remember telling him one day, I said, hey, if you don't want me calling you Curly Sue, it's all good. I'll call you by your name because his name's Ethan. And I said, so it's up to you. He's like, no, you can call me Curly Sue. Everybody can call me Curly Sue. Everybody here has a nickname. All the fellas right here have nicknames, you know what I mean? So, I know he fits in with all the guys, you know what I mean? He's like, no, you can call me Curly Sue. So everybody calls him Curly Sue. Even my wife, all my partners, all the bikers, they know him. Call him Curly Sue. He likes the bikes too. He likes the biker scene. The other day when we were having a Super Bowl party, my other partner that rides, he was like, hey, why don't you let Curly Sue ride your bike? Teach him how to ride your bike. Hey, he goes, you want to learn, don't you? He's like, yeah. He goes, but I'd rather have my own bike. I don't want to ride somebody else's bike. So that my partner laughed at him, shook his hands, like, that's right, that's cool, That's cool that you say that. But that's him. That's Curly Sue. His dad had left already, and Curly Sue stayed because, like I say, he lives right next door, and he's always welcome here. Even if his dad's not here, he's always welcome here. His dad knows that I take care of him. He's like a nephew. You know what I mean? His dad's like family. So Curly Sue's like a nephew. We watch after him. We don't offer him no alcohol. He doesn't drink here. He's not allowed to. He comes, he eats food. He doesn't drink soda, so he drinks water. But we take care of him. Me and the fellas, we look after him. So he was here in the garage. My other partner, he had invited some chick with him. And she showed up with her 3 kids. 2 of them were young females, like 10 and under. The other boy, he was like 14. Curly Sue was about 14 also. So they're sitting in here. Curly Sue and their little kids sitting here at a table talking with each other. And we're all sitting there. I'm behind the bar like I am right now. My other partner is sitting at the bar, and we're talking. And my partner that likes to drink, gets kind of fucked up. He he likes to say shit that he shouldn't say. And it's always some fucking gay ass shit. You know, shit that men shouldn't say. You know, he says he's playing, but the way I grew up, men don't talk like that. Not to other men. And what was said was, uh, one of my other partners said, "Hey, you want to do something with me real quick, or go somewhere?" I don't know, something like that. And my drunk friend says, "Well, you want to go to the restroom together? I can hold your dick for you." And I look at him and I tell him, "Why the fuck are you talking like that?" And he's laughing. At first, everybody's laughing. Not me. I can tell one of the other partners that's behind him, standing at the other table by the end of the garage. He looks up at me and he's wondering what's going on. He's just watching. And I tell him, "Hey, you're gonna have to keep an eye on this fucking guy now. I can tell he's getting too fucked up already." And just by the way he's talking, And so my drunk friend's like, "Whoa, just fucking around." I said, "Hey, check it out." I said, "You see, you got these two young Chicanos right here. Why are you talking like that? Why are you saying shit like that? Men don't talk like that to other men. Why would you say that you go in the bathroom and hold his dick for him?" I said, "Let me tell you something, and I'm being straight up honest. No bullshit. But I think that you're homosexual, that you're gay." And he's laughing because he thinks I'm being funny, but I tell him, "Hey, listen, I'm not laughing. I'm not joking about it. I think that you're gay because you're drunk. And when people are drunk, the true person comes out. I don't understand how you could tell this man right here that you hold his dick for him in the bathroom, and you think that this shit's funny. Then you do it right here in front of these two youngsters right here. They shouldn't hear you saying shit like that." And so I told the young guys, these two youngsters, I said, "Listen, don't ever be like this guy. Don't ever fucking talk like him. Men don't talk to each other like that. I can't sit here and say that he hasn't been around, my friend has not been around real people. Because I'm not a fake motherfucker. And he comes around me a lot. And I don't talk like that. And I know some of the people that he hangs out with. And I know how they are. I know how they get down. And I even told him, I said, "Do you talk like that in front of so-and-so and so-and-so? Would you talk like that in front of them? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that in front of them, and you wouldn't do that, especially in front of their wives." I said, "But here you are, in my house, talking that way in front of my wife. talking that way in front of these youngsters right here to another grown-ass man. I said, any man that talks like that to another man, to me, is a homosexual. I said, now, what if your wife would have said something like that to my wife? I would think, well, she knows she's bisexual if she says something like that to my wife. Because why else would you say that? I don't ever hear women talking like that unless they're bisexual. I don't hear women, my wife and her friends, saying stuff like that to each other. That they would, do any sexual shit to each other. Unless they're bisexual. I said, but when it comes to men, if you're a man and you say stuff like that, to me you're gay. Especially when you're drunk and you're doing it. I said, believe me, you're not the only one that I've heard talk like that when they're drunk. And I told them the same thing I'm telling you. I think that there's something going on. Maybe there's just something going on. I don't believe in bisexuality for men. I believe you're fucking with dudes on the side, you're gay. This is the way it is. If you talk like that to another man, there's something going on with you. Maybe that might not be gay, but maybe, you got something going on, you got a little sugar in your tank, and maybe you want to try it. I don't know. But men don't talk like that to other men. I said, it's disrespectful. You're in my house. You're doing it in front of my wife. You're doing it in front of these young ass Chicanos right here that they shouldn't hear you saying shit like that. You know what I mean? And so stop fucking doing that shit. Don't do it. Don't say that shit. Don't talk that shit no more. And he thinks it's funny because he says he's playing. Then the other part of us standing behind him is like, just watching. The drunk one turns around to another friend who he doesn't really know that well. And like bends over and like, I don't know if he's twerking on her or some shit. And I say, you see what I'm saying? What the fuck are you doing? And he starts laughing. I'm just playing. I said, look, man, I'm not going to fucking tell you again. Stop fucking doing that shit. What are you doing? He's like, all right, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. He just doesn't get it. So I'm letting it go because, again, he's a friend of mine. I love the dude. Okay? I don't want to do nothing to him. I don't want to fucking yell at him. I don't want to put my hands on him, nothing. I don't believe in that kind of shit. Not for something like that. I mean, you're saying something, we can straighten it out. But there is times where I have become violent with my own friends. There are times where I have pulled out knives or ice picks on friends. But they did something super disrespectful, and I gotta put them into, as far as I'm concerned, put them in line, So I'm just letting it go. My other partner comes over. He's like, hey man, quit fucking around, What are you doing? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, why would you be doing shit like that? So I give it a few minutes, whatever. Now, we're still sitting here hanging out. The garage is open. Right across from me, I have a neighbor. Okay. Been my neighbor for a few years. He's half black, half Korean. His wife's Mexican. and they have 3 kids. Got a lot of love and respect for the dude. He's a good guy. Okay, like I said, he's half black, half Korean. I didn't know that before. I thought he was Puerto Rican because he looks Puerto Rican. But one day when I met his dad and his brother, I was like, "You're black?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck, I thought you were Puerto Rican." He's like, "No, half black, half Korean." I was like, "Oh shit, okay." I met his mom, nice lady. His dad's a cool ass fucking dude. So they came over here. I told them because I had a lot of fucking meat from that pig. We had barely pulled off the smoker. I had a lot of. It was like probably close to 40-pound pig. A lot of fucking food. So I went across and I told him, "Hey, bro, I got this pig that I just roasted. Bring your friend because he had a partner there with him. They're watching the game, and your wife and kids. Come over, have some pulled pork sandwiches, and eat because I have so much food. I need to be gone. And if you want something to drink, this, whatever, come over." We look out for each other, me and him. And so he's like, "Yeah, thank you." So they came over, and they got food and sat in here, ate with everybody else. And again, my partner that gets drunk likes to say shit that he shouldn't be saying, or he shouldn't say it, whatever. It's not, whether it's the right time or not. My neighbor leaves, you back in over his garage. They have their door, my door's open, so I hang around. So right after all this shit happened with the gay stuff, he starts saying the N-word. And let me tell you, and I've always been honest with my channel, with everybody. I'm gonna sit here and play high and mighty. I use that word myself. I don't use it to everybody. Whether I'm right or wrong, that's up to you. I don't give a fuck whether you like it or not. But it's reserved for motherfuckers that I feel deserve it, that act a certain way toward me, or have an issue with me and my people. I'll use that word. That's just the way it is. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Um, but toward people that I know, I would never say that to them. Not because I'm afraid of them, because I got a lot of black homies. Well, not a lot, but I got black homies. They know how I fucking feel about certain people. But they also know that I'm not putting them in that category. I respect them for the men that they are. So like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm high and mighty or I'm better than my partner. I just know that when it comes to people that I know, don't disrespect them like that. It might not seem right to everybody, whatever. Again, your opinion don't matter to me. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to do what I do, say what I want to say when I want to fucking say it. But that's my issue. And I do have a fucking problem that I have to fix myself. But again, I'm just being honest because I've always been honest. I don't lie. So nobody gets to say, "Hey, I've heard you use that word before." Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. I'm not like these other YouTubers that lie and they're afraid to say what they really feel because they're afraid that they're gonna lose followers and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? But behind closed doors, this is the way they really feel. Because I know some of them do. They just don't say it on here. They pretend like, "Oh no, we need black and brown unity." They're fucking liars. Again, I have fucking partners that are black that I've used that word. My thing is, you know what? If, like, say my partner, I have a partner named Craig. I've been knowing him for years and helped him get a couple jobs with me. He's my homie. He's been my homie for a very long time, since the early 2000s, since about 2000. If I heard Craig call somebody in front of me a wetback or a beaner or some shit, I would just laugh like, the fuck did he do to you, piss you off? You know what I mean? Like, I don't take it because he's not saying it to me. I don't give a fuck that he called you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. You must have did something to him to piss him off. And I was laughing like, what the fuck did he do to you to piss you off like that? You know what I mean? Because he's not saying it toward me. So I don't give a fuck. And I know that if he heard me say that, he wouldn't be like, hey, motherfucker, no. He would be like, what the fuck happened? Nah, this motherfucker's acting this way, you know what I mean? This is the way things are, you know what I mean? Uh, I don't mean it toward everybody. I mean it toward motherfuckers that are disrespectful toward me. You disrespectful toward me, I'm gonna be disrespectful toward you. You call me out of my name, I'm gonna call you out of your fucking name. But there's a time and a place for those things. In my house, if somebody's invited here, this ain't the time or the fucking place to do those kind of things and say those kind of things. You understand? So anyways, we're here hanging out right after the gay shit happened. And I don't know what brought it up, but all of a sudden he's like that. He said, "Oh, them fucking N-word, with the hard R." I'd say it myself right now, but I know people get crying on YouTube. But anyways, I look at it and say, "Hey, watch what the fuck you're saying, man." I say, "You see that fucking garage? You see my homie over there? He's black." And he looks, he's like, "He's black?" I know he's black. I don't give a fuck if you know or not. Don't fucking say it. Shut the fuck up with that. A few minutes later, he's again. So that's why I told him, I said, check it out, bro. It's time for you to go to another part of it. He's got to go, man. He's cut off. That's it. He's got to go. I told his wife, are you okay to drive? Because he's got to go. That's it. He's done. I already told him, stop doing that shit. Hey, oh, I'm sorry, bro. No. You're being disrespectful in my house now. If my neighbor hears you, I got to live here. He's not going to say nothing to me. He's going to come say something to you. And if he says something to you, I'm going to let him fuck you up. That's on you. Nobody's gonna help you. I'm not gonna let nobody here help you because you keep saying shit that you shouldn't be saying right here. It's not the time or the place. He's not disrespectful. He's a good man, and you're saying stupid. He wasn't referring to him. He just was saying it about something else on TV. And I'm like, hey, quit fucking saying that shit because if he hears you, I'm gonna let him fuck you up, dude. Nobody here's gonna back you up because you're wrong. So I told his wife, you gotta take him out of here. He's gotta go home. So she's like, nah, I already stopped drinking because I already knew he gets too drunk. The whatever anybody feels about anybody else, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. But when you're in my house and there's certain people I invite over here, it's all about respect. Everything's about respect. I tell people that all the time. Even if somebody's a stranger, you come here. All I ask for you to do is be respectful. If I don't know you, shit, there's gonna be a problem. Like if I didn't know this dude, I would really just rip this ass apart. Close the fucking garage door, or I say, hey, you know what? Hey, come here, let me talk to you real quick. And me and my partner, I say, let's go in your garage real quick. Close your garage door. And we're gonna rip this fucking dude apart. You know what I mean? Because that's what he deserves. Because I don't know you, and you're in my house, and you're being disrespectful. My thing is, I know the dude. He gets a certain way when he drinks, and he talks a certain way. However people feel about each other or other people, I don't give a fuck. It's just when you're at my house, be respectful to the motherfucking people that are in my house. That's it. Or if you're in my house and I don't know you, you better come here respectfully don't give a fuck if I got cancer. It doesn't, that shit don't matter. I'll do everything I can to fucking hurt you because you're disrespecting my house, you're disrespecting my wife. Uh, that goes for anybody, you know. But you know, that was that situation that got straightened out, whatever. But then after he left, my other partner's like, man, what the fuck happened, you know? And I tell him, I said, look, what pissed me off first was the gay stuff, man. Why does he talk like that for? You know what I mean? I don't understand. I said, look at these two youngsters. They're sitting right here. Grown men don't talk like that. And it's not like he's not around real motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But he's never done time. It's not like I've been in prison for years, but I've done some time. I did a couple years. Um, but we learn at a young age you don't talk like that. Men don't talk like that to one another. If you do, and you're constantly doing it, then I think in my head, like, okay, this dude, either he's bisexual or he's on the fence with some shit. I don't give a fuck if you're my friend or not. I don't give a fuck if you're gay. If you're gay, you're gay. You're still my friend. If you ain't trying to be gay around me or do the gay shit with me, I don't give a fuck. That's your business. That's your prerogative. I'm not here to tell you who you can and cannot fuck. It's not my business. Just as long as you ain't trying that shit with me. You know what I mean? But that's the way that I feel. When I hear men talk like that to other men, I say either he's bisexual or he's got something that he wants to get off his chest one of these days. Especially when you're constantly doing it. You know, but my thing is, and what this video is about is, and like I said, my partner, excuse me, he'll probably see the video. Most likely he will. Hopefully he learns something from it. You know what I mean? Um, because I don't think that his brother, because he has a brother, I don't think his brother talks like that. I've never heard his brother talk like that before. And but I've heard him do it a few times. You know, it's not just once. And if he's playing whatever. You know, but I just hope that he's learned something from it, man. I hope that maybe he can learn to slow down on alcohol. Maybe he can learn that when you drink, you don't have to drink to get drunk. Or maybe he'll learn, like, hey, you know what? When I go hang out at Big Mike's house, maybe I shouldn't drink because I can't control the things that I say or the way that I act. You know, again, he's a friend of mine. Got a lot of love for him. He's done for me, and I appreciate him. Um, I would never let nobody fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But when he drinks, even my other partner knows, because we were talking about that right after how it happened. When he drinks, he gets real loose with his lips, and sometimes he causes his own problems. You know what I mean? And one day, he's going to cause himself a very bad problem because he's going to say the wrong thing to the wrong person. And like I've always said, not everybody's playing the same fucking game you're playing. You know, if I didn't know him, say for instance I didn't know him, and I was at that end of the bar, and he came over to me, and he started bending over and doing wild shit that he was doing, I probably would stick him. You know what I mean? because I don't fuck around like that. Or I talk to whoever's house and be like, hey, check it out, bro. I want to go down the street with this fucking dude because I don't fuck play that gay shit that he's doing. I'm not with that shit, and I don't know why he thinks that he can play with me that way. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's playing the same game that you're playing. There's motherfucking dudes out there that will take your life for shit like that. Or there's dudes out there that'll put a beating on you for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's got a brother. His brother's a good friend of mine also. And he knows people that I know, people that are somebody. And I know that if it came down to it and I had to, if he put me in a situation where I had to put hands on him, I don't think that anybody would say anything. I mean, I wouldn't give a fuck if they do or not. I'm not fucking afraid of nobody. I'm not worried about nothing. But if I sat down and explained shit to people, say, check it out, this is what happened, this is the reason why. I think he was his own brother and everybody else, like, he fucking deserved that shit. So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be doing that kind of shit. So, like I said, this is not nothing to put my homie down for. I just want him to understand that you don't fucking say shit like that. You don't play those kind of games with people. I don't give a fuck if you've been friends with them for years. You don't play with people that way. And when you're in somebody's home, you gotta be cautious about the things you say. You know what I'm saying? It's because, like I said, I didn't know my neighbor was black until he told me. So he didn't know either, I guess. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. He's real loose with that shit, you know. Again, to me, some people, if you act that way, I'm gonna call you that. If you're acting that way toward me, but there was no need for it because there was, nothing was going on here for him. It was just something that he saw on TV. I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know if it had to do with the halftime show or Serena Williams, whatever the fuck was going on. But he said something. He saw something on TV. And he just, oh fucking, whatever. And I just look at him like, I look over across the way thinking like, man, I hope my neighbor don't hear this fucking idiot. And I look when I see my neighbors paying attention to talking to his buddy and watching the TV over there. I tell him, hey, you see that dude over there? Quit fucking talking like that. But he does it again. The second time I felt I should have did something to him, but it's like, nah, I just think he needs to learn. He just needs to learn. Like, hey, I'm not fucking around. So I had to tell him, you gotta go home now. It's time for you to go. You're being disrespectful now twice already, with two different fucking issues, two different things. Two different things that I don't, especially the gay shit, man. That shit really fucking, I don't like that shit, man. Like, especially when you have two young kids here. They shouldn't be hearing a grown ass man talk that way. You know what I mean? I didn't like it, and so I had to throw him out. Tell him he gotta go. Is he welcome back here? Of course he is. If I have to go to the point where I say, hey, check it out, bro. Next time you come down here, you can't be drinking over here. You know what I mean? If I have to do that to him, then I will. If it's gonna be where he can't control himself, he's gonna get out of line. Then it's like, hey, come over, have a good time. You're always welcome here. You and your wife are always welcome here, but don't drink here in my house. If I gotta do all that, and I gotta tell the other homies here, like, hey, babysit this fucker, make sure he doesn't drink. I don't want him here drinking in my house. Then that's the way it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But I give him opportunity. I'll let him know next time he's here. Watch your alcohol. If you can't handle it, then I'll handle it for you. And I won't give you no more alcohol and you ain't gonna drink here. You can go drink somewhere else, but not here. If you're gonna act up. But like I said, he's my homie. You know, it's a learning lesson for him, and hopefully he learns from it, and hopefully he doesn't be disrespectful, because that's how I take it, as being disrespectful to my wife, to my home. But again, there's certain people I've fucked them up already. Um, or I have the fucking fellas fuck them up. But certain people, you understand them. You understand what they are. You know, I got another partner, very unreliable motherfucker. I haven't seen him in a few years, but we're still friends. We still talk sometimes. Very unreliable motherfucker. I know it, and everybody else that knows him knows he's a very unreliable motherfucker. And but we know that. You know what I mean? We know that he's unreliable, but we're all still friends with him. We just know, hey, don't rely on him because he's not gonna come through like he says he is. But we know that about him. But he's still my friend. Still love the dude. You know what I'm saying? I just know not to depend on him for shit. And there's this other friend that I'm just talking about now. I know how he is when he's drinking. So he's still my friend, still my boy, still a brother. But I gotta keep him in line when I'm around him. When he's around me. When he's around everybody else, I don't give a fuck what he does. But when he's around me, I gotta keep an eye on him and make sure that he's not getting too fucked up, because again, he's real loose with his lips, and it can be disrespectful at times, especially when I'm telling you don't fucking do that and you're doing it anyway. I kind of look at it as like, you're not taking me serious. It's like, don't put me in that situation. Don't put me in that situation to get out the fucking chair. I don't want to do that. I'm not here for that. When I throw parties at my house and get-togethers, I do it because, first off, I ain't got much time left in my life. And I want to be here and have a good time. I built this fucking bar for my friends so they can have a good time. Not so people can come over and be disrespectful. Not so I have to babysit people. And not to be fighting with anybody. I don't want to fight with anybody. I'm too fucking weak and frail to be fighting, but if I have to, I will. I don't want to be doing all that. I don't want to spend my last days in a bad place. But I also don't want to let motherfuckers disrespect me in my house, or disrespect my house, or disrespect my guests or my wife. And even to the point where it's disrespecting your own wife. Because his wife's sitting right here. And I'm telling him all this shit in front of, because if he's saying it in front of everybody, I'm going to confront you in front of everybody. So his wife's sitting right here. Everybody's sitting right here. The young boys are sitting right here. I'm telling, my wife is right here. I'm telling him straight out in front of everybody. I think you're fucking gay. Because you're saying stupid shit like that. So, and that's just the way I feel. Is he? I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, only gay people talk that way. I've never tell another man I'll hold his dick for him. That's just like another, telling another man to suck your dick. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who talks like that? You don't ever say that kind of stuff to another man. It's disrespectful. It's super disrespectful. But then again, I was raised a certain way. And I don't think that he was raised that way. But like I said, I know who his friends are friends of mine, and I don't hang around with fucking Rudy Poo ass motherfuckers, you know. And the people that he knows, I know. I know what they're about. I know shit that they've done, and I know he doesn't talk like that in front of them because of who they are. So it's like, why are you doing it here? You know what I mean? So again, this is like a learning lesson for him, and I hope that even the Curly Sue, he watches my videos. You know, to all these young guys out there, men don't talk like that to each other. You're disrespecting yourself and the motherfuckers you're talking to. And if somebody just turns around and slaps the shit out of you for saying shit like that, you deserve it. Don't ever talk like that to other grown men unless that's your real intentions and you're homosexual. And then you better be talking to another homosexual dude because you're gonna get hurt saying to the wrong motherfucker one of these days. Men don't play that way with other men. So, like I said, hope my friend learned something from it. I hope next time he comes over here, he ain't doing that shit no more, or he ain't talking like that no more. And for all you young guys, that ain't it. Don't never talk like that unless you really are that way. Be respectful to each other. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's my video for the day. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all you guys that follow. I appreciate you guys in your comments. I noticed that you guys comment more on my wife's videos than my video, but it's all good. I appreciate you guys and all your comments and your prayers and good thoughts and all other stuff. I really appreciate it. So does my wife. Um, and keep on following. I'm on disability again, so I should be able to make more videos than I was doing when I was working. I should be able to come out here and do more videos for you guys. So I got a couple more on deck right now that I had ideas, and I'll probably do another one tomorrow. But again, that's my video for the day. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you guys later.